What's up, everybody? This is Mastery and Gamer, and welcome to the Overwatch shop update for Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. It is the Season 3 mid-season update, featuring quite a lot of new stuff to take a look at. First up, of course, the skins. We're gonna hop in here to the shop, take a look at the new Summer Beachside Mega Bundle. We do also have the Mauga Mythic. We'll be looking at that afterwards. But first up, the new summer skins. Yes, everybody's always hyped for the summer skins. And here we go. First up, Beachside Widowmaker. Oh my. Gee, I wonder if this skin's gonna be popular. I think they all are, let's be honest. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Gotta say, it is pretty nice. Look at the weapon there. That meteor branding that we've seen with a lot of the summer, especially the sports themed skins. I like the two little like tanks on the back. Is this, it's supposed to be like a harpoon gun? I think so, because the end is very pointed like a harpoon. I'm guessing that's like a pneumatic system on the back. That's a cool weapon design. I like that as weapon design. I think that's neat. Are there any sound effects for these skins? All right, I just popped into the practice range. It does not seem that there are any unique sounds or visual effects for these skins, at least not for the Widowmaker one. I'm gonna assume not for any of these. But next up, we have perhaps the best of the new beach skins, certainly my favorite out of the 5, the Beachside Anran skin, where she looks very nice indeed. Sporting that sporty summer wear, you could say, with the jean shorts, bikini top, very nice. I like how they sort of give her a shorter ponytail in the skin, but then, you know, keep the silhouette by having like a ribbon coming down the back. Very nice design, very nice. Look at the fans. I do think the fans are the underwhelming part of this skin. I kind of wish they'd gone for something a little more interesting, more summer themed. It just kind of feels like a generic, like, it looks like a blue lotus to me. I don't know if that's actually what it's supposed to be, but I don't know. I mean, especially considering like her rainy day skin, where she has the really fun like umbrella design for the fans. I wish they'd done something more interesting, more summery themed for this one, like especially with Widowmaker's weapon. This being a harpoon gun, I think is really cool. But then for Anran, her fans are just like nothing. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is a real letdown that they didn't do anything more interesting with the fan for her. But overall, a very, very good looking skin nonetheless. Expecting to see a lot of these in my matches. And then we get Doomfist Beachside. Ah, good old Doomfist getting a new summer skin. And boy, does he look dapper. Quite like the look. Even a little knife on the side. Growing out his facial hair, as we know he will be once he finally makes his return. Pretty nice skin. He's the only guy in the whole bundle. I do think they did a good job with his tropical skin. He basically already has a skin like this. It's also worth noting, I believe it is just an epic. This one is a legendary. I do quite like the look of it though. It's nice. It's casual. It's fitting. Very summery. Then we get on to Vendetta, the other popular one from what I've seen people say so far. Personally, I find it kind of weak. Kind of underwhelming. It kind of just feels too much like her default skin to me. Like, I guess it is more revealing than her default technically because of the bikini top and everything, but I don't know. This reads to me as just like a slight variant of her default skin. I wish it had done something more interesting, more unique, but I think it's fine. Look at the sword as well. A bit of a different design there, but again, they're not like doing anything with it. It's just still a sword. I guess it's like a little gem in it, which is fine, but you know. Yeah, I don't know. Not one that I care for. And then we get Beachside Juno, which kind of right down the middle with. I think they do some cool stuff with it. Again, I like that they add in the roller skates. It's a fun aesthetic for it. Overall beach vibe. Again, they insist on giving Juno blonde hair every single time. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so obsessed with giving Juno blonde hair. Why didn't they just give her blonde hair from the get-go in that case? But I do like the backpack and everything. The little watery details on it are very cool. The weapon, close up there, I do like the design. There's a little like water canister with like flowers in it. I don't know what exactly is going on here, but I do like that it has a more distinct design than the weapons and some of the other skins. There's even a little like sonar fish finder. I don't know, maybe it's just like sonar on the gun, which is going to be the little reticle that pops up. So I like the design of this one. I think it does a good job of standing out. Look at the drones as well, which have their own cool little design. I love the propellers on the back. And you get the watery sort of design for it. Little underwater cameras, drones, something like that. I don't know what exactly they're supposed to be, but I do like the design of them. I think they did a great job with these two. Overall, pretty good looking skin. And then we get into the highlight intros. So we get the big splash. Yes, there we go. There we go. The poolside highlight intro for 3 of the heroes. I love how Vendetta's, she just falls in. And Juno is the 3rd. So no highlight intro for Doomfist or Widowmaker, unfortunately, but they do already have quite a few. Is the audio broken on this one? I think the audio is broken on this one because I've not muted it. It literally is just making no sound for only this one, because the others, yeah, you can hear these. That's weird. Huh. Oh well. Also, there's the Smoothie weapon charm, the Beachside Besties name card, the Beachside Vendetta name card, and the Beachside Widowmaker name card. Poor Doomfist. Poor Doomfist not getting represented. And then we get the player icons for Anran, Doomfist, Juno, Vendetta, and Widowmaker. And then sprays for Doomfist, Juno, and Widowmaker. And there we go. Whole bundle, 6,900 Overwatch coins, as it basically always is. Yeah, I mean, these are some good skins. I think these are going to be very popular skins. Certainly some good ones here that I think people are going to enjoy getting their hands on. You can get the individual bundles as well. These ones are a bit more expensive because they have the highlight intros in them compared to these two, which are basically just the skins. Yoasobi bundle still here in the shop. Mauga Mythic, we'll look at that in just a second. We still get the Spellcaster bundle, and we get the reskinned Overwatch League skins here in the shop as well. But on that note, let's have a look at that Mythic.
An isle in each hand and a world to create.
All right, so for whatever reason, it was not available in the Mythic shop to look at. I feel like that's happened before. I think that's a bug, but we can look at it in the hero gallery and at least look at the different customization. So we get the default look for him. I think the weapon designs are probably the most interesting part of the skin to me. The way they're these floating islands with the water trailing off of them. Really interesting design. I quite like it. I like how unique that is. It makes up for the fact that the rest of the skin is very much the typical divine slop that most mythics have been recently. But at least in the case of Mauga, I think it actually fits him and looks pretty decent. So yeah, we get the tier 1 base, and then we can look at the other outfits. So ability effects, turn those are turned off, right? So it's on by default. And then the skin visual effects, turn it on. And when you see at the base, it's pretty minimal, just sort of the stuff coming off. But then if you look at the different hair, this one has to me, this looks like coral. Maybe this is supposed to be some sort of plant growth, not coral specifically. But I do like the design of that around his head. I think that looks really cool. And then we also get this one with the mask, which has the sort of halo thing behind his head. So a neat little set of designs. Unfortunately, it is limited to just the head, as it basically always is at this point for Mythic skins. But, is what it is. Looking at the different colors, though, we also have the red, which is more of a magma outfit. I think this is pretty cool. Very fitting. This feels in a lot of ways more like World Creator, because he's, the magma forming islands, which I think is a cool design. And then we get the green one, a more verdant, life themed with the color scheme. I like it. I think it's fine. And then we also have the aspects. So we have gold, which, you know, kind of cool. I like that it's like liquid gold running across the islands now. Almost looks like magma. Maybe you could argue that's what it is. I think it looks pretty good, actually, the gilded aspect. And then we get iridescent as well. This almost looks more like a snowy world. Honestly, I'm just so like hooked on the weapon designs. I think that's such an interesting look for them. And then we get the, what is this, like sunrise, sunset, which not all heroes get, but he is getting one for his mythic. And that is a neat design right there. So there we go. That is a look at all the different customization. And of course, we can look at, you know, the different combinations for stuff. I feel like this is a mythic where there's actually some room to kind of play around with different combinations of at least colors and, you know, hairstyles. I don't know. Again, it's not a mythic like they did back in the good old days. It is a modern mythic through and through. But I gotta say, it actually feels kind of nice. This is definitely one of the better modern mythics we've gotten, I think. And a large part is because I think it just fits Mauga so well thematically, even if it is a horrendously overdone theming of the divine slop concept. At least it fits Mauga in this case. All right, so we're gonna hop into the practice range to test out some of the abilities and sound effects. It looks like the default intro isn't working, because he has the unique one where he like claps and creates the world, which is pretty cool. It's not working though. So we're just gonna have to go into here,
and a smile on my face.
And it looks like it's not working. Okay, so this is not the mythic skin. This is well, it appears there are bugs in the Season 3 mid-season update. Stay tuned, maybe we'll get to look at it a bit later. Before wrapping up, though, it is also worth noting that the Date Night skins, the second wave, I should say, of Date Night skins, was added in this update as well. So we had the initial 3 for Mauga, Junker Queen, and Genji, which was back during the anniversary. And now we get the Juno, Cassidy, and Lifeweaver Date Night skins. These will be releasing a bit later in this half of the season, so in a couple weeks. But we can take a look at them now, and I gotta say, oh my god, they kept her purple hair. It's a different shade of purple, but at least it's still purple. And this is a nice skin. A very cute, very simple Juno skin. I like it. I like it. Look at the weapon there. There's a little track player, MP3 player type thing. Interesting. And look at the drones as well. Little cameras. Yeah, little Polaroid cameras. This is supposed to be retro themed, by the way. This is great. This is a great Juno skin. I like it. I am looking forward to this one dropping in the shop. The Date Night skin for Cassidy is right here. Yeah, this is like a formal skin. It's nice. Pretty simple again, but I think it suits him pretty well. It's sort of like a dapper cowboy, which, you know, he's had a lot of dapper cowboys, but like, this is a particularly nice one because of that rose, of course. Look at the weapon there. Nothing too special or fancy with it. And then we get Date Night Lifeweaver. Oh my. Oh my. That white outfit is a lot of white. But it looks very nice. Very good looking close up of the seed. Little gem. Hand. And the blossom. So there we go. 3 more exciting skins coming a bit later in the season. So if you don't want to spend your money on the beach skins, these might be worth saving your coins for. And then the last thing to quickly look at is the Summer Games in-game event. So we do get the challenges here, which we can run through. A lot of basic stuff, you know, dealing damage, healing, mitigating damage, earning eliminations. And these are basically just going to get you a lot of new player icons and sprays for the new heroes. We can take a quick look at these, the ones for Mizuki, Domina, Sierra, Peon, who is a BMX biker, I guess. Seems kind of goofy, but also fitting for her. Anrans. Vendettas. Jetpack Cat. Tunnel racing. I guess that's kind of like a dog sport type thing, but I guess it fits her well enough. And then Emre, who gets the sharpshooting. So there we go. These are all the challenges for the Summer Games event. Pretty simple. Should be pretty easy to get so long as you're just playing the game. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which skins are your favorite? Are any of them worth picking up in your eyes? You're going to be grabbing those new beach skins, maybe the Mauga Mythic, or you're going to be saving your coins a bit for those date night skins coming out in just a couple weeks. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, be sure to subscribe, hit up that bell icon, follow me on X, and join my Discord server to hang out and never miss any future Overwatch 2 news, streams, and other content. Be sure to swing by my stream. I will be going live as soon as I upload this video, so that means I'll be live right now. We'll be hanging out, playing with some of the new skins, and just enjoying some casual Overwatch. Feel free to stop by. But otherwise, this is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.